Hello everybody and welcome to this special episode of FTL, where in popular demand I will show you my way of helping you get the B layouts of most ships. So let's get started with the first ship, the Kestrel. Your prize will be the Red Tail. Now what do you need to do to get the Red Tail unlocked? Well, every ship has 3 specific ship achievements. Getting 2 of those will unlock the layout for you. Now, for this ship in particular, the United Federation have 6 unique aliens on the Kestrel cruiser simultaneously. Well, seeing that you start off with the Kestrel, you start out with the just 3 humans, meaning you will have to be... well, you need 5 more then, and seeing that there only are 6 somewhat easily available, I leave out the crystal because, well, it's kind of a luck to get that one out. So what you still need is a NG, a Zoltan, Rock Crew, Slug, and Rock. Anyway, in my 2 cents, in order to get this one is, well, obviously hit shops as frequently as possible. Shops will have crew members for you for sale, which will make it a lot easier for you to get the crew members you still need. Now, in smaller things that might up your luck a bit, is try to get the other systems installed as well. So for this ship you still need the drone control and the cloaking device. Now, why get those both? Well, if you have all systems installed, shops will no longer offer them, meaning giving you like 5% extra chance for shops to offer you crews, as they can only offer drones, weapons, systems, and crew. So getting the systems out of there increases your chance a bit. Another thing, you often get those situations where you meet a slave trader, which gives you extra crew if you accept their surrender, usually. Now, what I figured out is when you have a teleporter, yeah, you also need a teleporter now that I remember it. So if you have a teleporter and you wipe out a crew, you often get a choice between 3 crew members you can pick from. So you can choose between an NG or Zoltan or Rock Crew or whatever. So that's another point where you can pick the crew member you're still missing. Alright, so that's a big explanation for the first one. Second one, full arsenal. Have every system and subsystem installed on the Kestrel cruiser at one time. Well, the way I play it, I usually end up with all of them, but, well, I can't really give you much help with that one. Just buy the cloaking, buy the drones and the teleporter. That's it. So, next one. Tough little ship. As the Kestrel cruiser, repair back to full health when it only has 1 HP remaining. Now, the problem with this one is getting to the 1 HP. It's kind of hard to really manage the amount of damage you take. It is possible, but it's always a bit of a risk. If you are able to, one thing you can do is just jump away when you're at 1 health, and you might evade that 1 or 2 remaining missiles or lasers that are still coming in. What I've also figured out is if you do manage to get to low HP, like 5 or 4 or whatever, another good thing to use, and I'll show it to you. Just give me a second. Is making use of a firebomb. Bombs can be used on your own ship, and it has to be a firebomb. Reason for it is normal bombs such as breach bomb and small bombs and all will not cause hull damage when the system is destroyed. The same goes for fire bombs, but the fire itself, if that takes out a system, it will cause you 1 hull damage, as I can demonstrate right here. See, see, full health, medbay gets destroyed, -1. So that could be a useful tactic to get that 1 or 2 health you have too much of, to get rid of it. Also, make sure you're close to a shop when you do this. Make sure your fire brigade is up to its job. And also make sure you have enough scrap to fully repair the ship, or it will not count. So, that's it for the Kestrel and the Red Tail. Off to the next ship. The Stealth Cruiser Type B, the DASR-12. Fun ship to have, but you know. Anyways, achievements for this ship. Bird of Prey. Destroy a ship at full health during a single cloak in the Stealth Cruiser. Well, with the ship you start with, you probably won't be ready for it. I mean, a mini beam and a dual laser will probably not be enough to take out a single ship, so wait till you get a good amount of weaponry and find a ship with low HP and, well, make sure you make good use of the weapons you have. That's basically all I can tell you for it. Next ship is Phase Shift. With the Stealth Cruiser, avoid 9 points of damage during a single cloak. The best part I found for doing this was at the flagship. So yeah, you don't have to, but doing it at a flagship seemed to be the best part of it, especially during its Phase 3. I'll show you, but for that it will be time for a jump cut, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so sorry for this short interruption. Remember when I said about the last one that you probably wouldn't be strong enough to wipe a ship out in one hit? Well, as I was going towards a point where I could show you how to perform the Phase Shift, I'm still in Sector 1 and I came across this little feller. So I think I'll be able to take him out in one volley, so let's see how well we fare. As you can see, I'm still using the normal weaponry, even though I shouldn't, because I already had the luck of finding a hull beam. But let's see. So, the smart thing to do would be to use the mini beam first to take out his evasion, and then finish him off. There you go. That would give you that first achievement, which I already forgot the name of. Alright. So, I'll be seeing you when I reach the flagship again. Okay, so here we are at where I want to be. The start, well, Phase 3 of the flagship. The only thing I really done was take out the missile launcher here, just because I would have it out of the way. So, why did I took this phase? Well, first of all, it's always there. It's not random. The flagship will always be in this state. And it's an easy place to get your 9 avoidance. Dodges or misses or whatever. So, 9 is the magic number. Well, let's see. Okay. That's 3 shots right there. 2, I absorbed 1. So, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's it. That's the Phase Shift achievement done for. Okay, done here. Time to move on. So, our last one is Tactical Approach. With the Stealth Cruiser, get to Sector 8 without jumping to a beacon with an environmental hazard. Well, seeing that you start off with long-range scanners, don't get rid of them. They show the environmental hazards on the map. They are showed as those round, well, orbs or circles with stripes just like these running through them. So just don't jump to them. I don't think the rebel fleet counts as an environmental hazard, but if it's possible, try to avoid them because I'm not sure about it. So that's the DASR-12 done. Off to the next ship, which is the Basilisk. So, requirements for this one. Well, obviously unlocking the Mantis Cruiser first, but that seems obvious. Anyway, take no prisoners. Kill the crew of 20 ships by Sector 6 in the Mantis Cruiser. Well, seeing that you start off with a decent boarding crew of 2 Mantises and also get a teleporter to start off with, that shouldn't be a problem. Same goes for Avast ye scurvy dogs. The only thing here is you need to have 5 enemy crew on one ship, so you won't get those from the start. Also, they can't have a teleporter because you have to fight them on their ship. I think. It's not explicitly stated, but still. And you can't take hull damage or lose a crew member. Losing a crew member wouldn't be a problem. For the hull damage, well, make sure you have decent enough shields and engines, maybe even a cloaking device or a defense drone for missiles. And you should be good actually, seeing that you only can do this at the end of the sector. Getting those won't be that much of a problem. Alright, last one, Battle Royale. I don't have this one unlocked myself, but hey. While using the Mantis Cruiser, kill the last enemy with your last crew member on their ship. Well, I think it's easy enough to force. It won't be a run where you finish the game. Just, well, kill off your 3 of your 4 crew members and kill the last one with the one that's remaining. Seeing that you get stranded with 1 crew member, it's probably best to restart the game afterwards. So do it at the start. Okay, next ship, the Torus, where your reward will be the Vortex, or as I like to call it, the Forever Alone ship. So, ship achievements, robotic warfare. With the NG Cruiser, have 3 drones functioning at the same time. Well, with this one, you only start with 1 drone, but they are pretty easy to come by. Might as well just go for the repair drones or something. So not too hard actually. Hardly lifted a finger. With the NG Cruiser, destroy an enemy ship using only drones, no weapons. Well, with the drones you start off with, you probably won't succeed. Getting an extra beam drone or another anti-ship drone will go a long way. Might also be wise to do this as soon as possible, where the enemy ships have pretty much no shielding at all. And the last one, the guns, they've stopped. Have 4 enemy systems or subsystems ionized at the same time while using the NG Cruiser. Well, with the ion blast you start with, you can already hit 2 of them. So you'll need another, at least 1 more ion weapon. And a tip I also found, you can also make use of systems that get ionized when used. By that I mean the end of a cloak period or even the teleporter of the enemies. So if possible, be sure to make use of that, which will make this a lot easier. Okay, next ship, the Osprey. Reward then Nesasio. So, ship achievements. Master of Patience, using only artillery beam to destroy an enemy ship while taking no hull damage. Basically the same as with the Mantis Cruiser, where you couldn't take hull damage. Get a good defense like shields, engines, and well, you can't have a cloaking device on this one, but a defense drone will also go a long way. After that, the artillery beam itself, which is here, will be capable enough to make short use of any ship, as it has, well, it pierces every shield. You might spend some scrap on it to get a lower cooldown, but when your defense is capable enough, that shouldn't be a problem. So, diplomatic immunity. While using the Federation Cruiser, use your crew and 4 special blue event choices by Sector 5. Seeing that you start off with 2 of them that are often used in those decisions, meaning the NG and the Rockman, it shouldn't also be a problem. Just be sure to hit a lot of beacons and hope for the best. Okay, so next ship, Man of War. We're in position. While using the Slug Cruiser, have vision of every room of the enemy ship without functioning sensors. So, not too hard actually. I can show you. start off with 2 slugs, which is more than enough. Well, more than enough. You can't get it, but you can get it immediately, but 2 slugs are enough to get the whole ship viewed. As you can see, if you position them here and here, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots that are still dark. So you can fill it up with normal crew. Picking up another slug would be easy as well, and there's probably better configuration for the 2 you already have, but still 2 slugs is enough. Just get 6 more crew and you should be good. Alright, so back to the hangar. Next, home sweet home. Jump to 30 nebula locations before sector 8. Well, this one is a bit more luck based, but there's still a way of improving your odds. Of course, every time you see a nebula, go for it. But also, when you get to the end of your first sector, see how many nebulas you can get to, well, how many nebula sectors you can hit. If you see there's only 1 or 2, it might be a smart choice to just restart. There are possibilities you can get 4 or 5, which will immensely increase your odds of getting to 30 of them. Okay, so next, disintegration ray. While using the slug cruiser, kill 3 enemy crew members with 1 shot from the anti-bio beam. This one's hard. I've tried doing it myself a few times and it's a real pain in the D. The only thing that might help is get a ship with a lot of crew members and hit the shields. If they have extra crewmen, they will send a lot of people to go fix the shields, which will probably be your best chance of getting 3 of them at once. Also, be sure to check out which crew they have on board, so sensors level 2 could be a big help. If they're all rocks, you know it's going to take an extra shot or 2. Well, that's all I can give you for this one, so off to the next one. The Bulwark. And you get the Shivan for accomplishing it. Fun ship, I have to say. Anyways, let's get on. Is it warm in here? Well, might be easier just to show you how I do it, so time for a jump cut. See you in a bit. Alright, so for the achievement, is it warm in here? Best place will be the flagship, and I'll show you why. So yeah, as you can see, this is also the run I used to show you the phase shift, but since I'm here I might as well show it now instead of doing it all over again. So, thing you will need is a firebomb, which I have. And, well, I think it's pretty clear about how this goes down. As you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 separate rooms with a crew member in it. So what you do is that you just, not that, but that's just to get further ahead, so don't bother what I just did there. Okay, so with the firebomb charged up, all you have to do is fire one in one of these rooms and then get your rock crew in it. You have a total of 4 attempts, as you have 4 rooms, but just remember, it's a safe bet to keep this one alive, but if you actually need the achievement, you might as well go for it as well. So, launch the firebomb and put 2 rock crew members in it. As he cannot run, he'll stay there and always be on fire, so then it's just a matter of what kills him first, the fire or the rock crew member. So, that's another one down the hole. We'll be moving on then. Okay, so that's Is It Warm in Here taken care of. Next one, defense drones don't do anything. Well, seeing that you start off with already 2 missile launchers, best chance is to find a sector like NG or something which has only 1 defense drone. I'm not sure if you are allowed to disable his defense drone, but being able to pick up another missile launcher, and it has to be a missile launcher, bombs do not count. will go a long way. Just be sure you're well stocked up with missiles, because you will be using them a lot. Next, Ancestry. Find the secret sector with the rock cruiser. Well, too bad for us, the secret sector is the Crystal home worlds. So for that I will guide you, well, I will ask you to check out my guide on how to unlock the Crystal cruiser, as those go hand in hand. So if you are going for the Crystal cruiser, might as well do it with this ship and get 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, next ship, Adjudicator. Reward the No Ether. Achievements, shields holding. Destroy a ship before it gets through the Zoltan shield. So, well, there's a lot of ways of getting these. One of them is shock and awe, just destroy the ship before it gets to do anything. Another one is get good enough engines. That way a lot of shots will miss and your Zoltan shield will hold out a lot longer. And of course a cloaking device with the same reason. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Next, giving her all she's got, Captain. With the Zoltan cruiser have 29 power in systems at the same time. Well, it sounds harder than it actually is, because if you look at your ship, you can already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 power from your reactor as it is. So the only thing you really have to do is, well, get lucky enough to pick up another Zoltan. After that you can just fill the rest up with your reactor. So be sure to be on the lookout for extra Zoltans you can pick up. Alright, back to the hangar. Okay, then we have manpower. Get to Sector 5 without upgrading your reactor in the Zoltan cruiser. Now, basically with the ship you start out with, you are powerful enough to take on anything. So I wouldn't bother too much with halberds or leads, or excuse me, with getting better weapons and such. One way I can see this working out good is to just pick up teleporter, get lucky enough to find somewhat of a better boarding crew, power down your weapons, and then it's just mid-maxing the power you have. So if you don't need shields or engines, power them down, put it in something more useful, or you can just try to avoid as many conflicts as you can. It won't be a good run, but it'll get you there. Okay, final ship, the Crystal Cruiser. Reward the Carnelian. So, what you need to do for this one, well, first off, congratulations if you can actually start doing this one, because unlocking a crystal ship is not a fun deal. Alright, Sweet Prevent. Destroy an enemy ship with a shard from the Crystal Vengeance Augment. Well, here it is. A 10% chance to break off a shard that flies at your enemy. For some reason I got this one just by hitting one with it. I didn't actually have to destroy him. But the way you can do this, just start a run, get a ship to about 1 health, and then let it hit you. Of course this would be a lot easier if you have a repair drone, a hull repair drone, as it will allow you to take more hits. Anyway, not much I can help you with, just try to get the last shot in by getting it yourself. Next one, no escape. While using the Crystal Cruiser, trap 4 enemy crew in a single room using the Crystal Beam Power or a lockdown bomb. Well, you're probably going to be using your Crystal crew you start out with, seeing that that's a lot easier. You're going to need a teleporter for that, of course. And after that, it's just easy. Get 4 enemy people in the same room. Well, a second. And when 4 people are in the room, use the special ability Hair. There you go. You're done. So, nothing too hard. Back back to the hangar. Then Clash of the Titans, destroy 15 rock ships, pirates count. So basically easy enough, try to hit as many rock controlled sectors as possible, and if you have a choice to go to a pirate sector, that will be your second best chance to get those. So that's it, that's all achievements given my opinion about. I'd like to say that there are probably more or maybe even better ways of achieving those. This is just the way I see it happening, and it seemed to have worked out for me pretty well. So in any case, thank you guys for watching. I hope it helped you out a bit. If you have any more questions or didn't understand anything, feel free to use the comment section below, because that's what it's for. So thank you guys for watching. I am off.